worked with Mercy at Mercy One, Mercy Hospital she was at. They had a team called the Palliative Care Team, and the social worker there, the whole care coordinator, and they kind of explained different options to us, which was really wonderful. That was a really good conversation that I had an older brother and our spouses were there, and we really made it as a family decision with Mom.
Now, was that when you were recovering from the stroke? You were at Mercy?
Yes, and this is while she was in the hospital. We were looking at her other options to see did she need skilled care for a little bit. She came back with skilled care, but it was a little too much for you, wasn't it, the skilled care for the 2 weeks? There's a lot of therapy that was kind of a little maybe more than she could adjust to.
You feel about coming here?
Because my son was here, we decided that I'd be at the same place he is.
Yeah, we have she has a handicap son, I have a handicapped brother. Marty's been here 19 years.
19 years.
19 years. Yep.
So,
So the both of us are together. He's on third floor, and I'm on second.
Yep. So.
And so, can you recall how you felt when the family decided to come here?
What did I say when I thought you should have been in a home a year earlier? What did you tell me?
I forgot.
You said you wouldn't have liked it, and she stuck her tongue out at me. She goes, no, she did not want, she wasn't ready yet at that point.
Before the stroke?
Before the stroke.
Before the stroke, no.
I mean, she'd been falling like almost every single month something happened. And she had
in
fallen
2018?
from 2018 to 19, like six different times she had fallen.
And so, how do you get around in Dubuque?
I mostly get around by calling Do-Ride, which says volunteer drivers, and it's no cost going to a medical appointment, and otherwise it's $2 each way for going in Asbury, East Dubuque, or Dubuque. The other part is you can use the Jewel, but it's my second choice.
Yeah. How long ago did you give up driving? A couple months ago?
About 9 months ago I stopped driving.
Yeah. So what is it like having to give it up?
It's a shock.
Yeah.
And it's very confining because you've been used to having freedom to go wherever you wanted to go, when you wanted to go. And now you have to plan those kind of things so that you can meet a schedule.
Why did you decide to give it up?
I gave it up because I had some residual effects from the stroke I had 5 years ago, and I didn't feel comfortable with my legs and feet doing quite what they were supposed to.
And so on a daily basis then, how do you, or a weekly basis, if you need to get somewhere, not driving, I mean, does that have a pretty big impact on, if you need to make a quick errand, like, are you able to do that? You forgot the parsley or something.
I think the longer rides, medical rides, so forth, are the easiest to schedule because they take longer and they don't wait for you. You can call when you're done or estimate when you want to be picked up. But the short runs to go to the optometrist or go to the grocery store, all things make you feel very confined because to ask for a ride doesn't look like you have very much going on, so why are you getting the ride?
I'm Julie Woodyard,
Yeah.
daughter of Millie Conzit, my mom.
And so as she was aging, you had to make decisions about her care and talk to her about her wishes. And
Right.
Can you tell me a little bit about like what that was like? And
Well, first of all, my siblings and I, kind of broached the subject one-on-one with her and get her reaction, and usually it was, I don't want to think about that. And so finally, when we knew it was a more serious and more imminent conversation, my siblings and I got together and we all had that conversation with Mom. approaching it as, you know, we're concerned about your safety. Here's what we see. Do you agree with that or not agree with that? You know, certainly give her enough room and time to let you know what she was thinking. So the first time she, you know, didn't even want to acknowledge that anything was happening, that we needed to even have the conversation. But as time went on, it was really apparent. And don't be afraid of the conversation. It may not go well the first time or 2 times or whatever, but for your parents' safety, it's a conversation that you really need to have. You can do it gently. You can certainly make room for his or her comments about it, and you know, you need to take those to heart and see if there's anything that you can work around while they're still at home, and maybe prolong the time that they're at home. But ultimately, it's for their own safety to, you know, to possibly be somewhere else.